Built with vision.
It's a cloudy morning here at Le Mans.
Crafted with precision.
Slow and heavy over the Circuit de la Sarthe.
An homage to victory. An ode to history. Inspired by legends. Created to carry the legacy. Driven by passion. Refined by design.
Erste Mal Gesamtsieg in Le Mans.
A very warm welcome to Sydney Harbour. A very warm day, but there's not much breeze. That's the news from the penultimate day of the JJ Giltinan 18ft Skiff World Championship for 2026. A very light easterly. The forecast was probably right. We've got about 5 to 6 knots here around Clark Island where we're expecting the start to be. So good afternoon wherever you're watching, around the world, around Australia, around Sydney. It's going to be a light old day, that's for sure. Peter Shipway on behalf of the Sail Media team. Full-on sunshine, but not a full-on breeze. That's the news. But no real dramas from the last 24, 48 hours. No protests. Everyone's in play. So no drama as far as the point score is concerned. But we'll get to that in a moment. But I wish I could bring you a little bit more news, or better news as far as the wind is concerned. But see if Dolly Davola can do that for you. Good afternoon, Dolly.
Good afternoon, Shippo. Good afternoon, viewers. Well, I think it's looking a little bit better than what was forecast and what we were expecting anyway. Although, as you say, it is pretty light. There is enough breeze for us to race. As you said, Shippo, probably it's looking about 6 knots. Some of the readings from around the harbour are showing 10, which to look at, it's probably a bit optimistic, but it's basically east, a little bit north of east, and it's fairly consistent at least. There's no big holes in it right now, so a saleable breeze that we can get a race in. But as you said, mate, it's not going to be too many thrills and spills. We've got a very small tide today, only 0.4 of a metre differential that will be coming in all afternoon. But being such a small tide, it shouldn't have any bearing on the racing.
Well, today we're racing for the Big Kite Memorial Trophy. Dave Stevens, a well-known former skiff sailor who sadly passed away many years ago now, and we're racing for his trophy. And today's race partner are Smeg, and this championship is brought to you by the Winning Group. So we might say good afternoon to our commander, Jimmy Bury. I don't know whether we've got course as yet, but we've got some indication perhaps from the race officer, Hugh Lester. So, Jimmy, you were speaking to him a little earlier today. What did Hugh have to say?
Yeah, afternoon, Pete. Afternoon, viewers. Due to a cruise ship movement outbound at 3:30, his sort of hands have been tied, so he's looking at doing a Windward Leg just over here on the eastern side, on the eastern channel, so sort of starting down near Garden Island and working their way up into Rose Bay, and potentially a 4-lapper is what he's aiming for. With our normal easterly sort of course, we cross the harbour several times, and it's going to, with that cruise ship departure at 3:30, it's going to hamper some of the sailors, if not all of them. So Hugh's just erring on the side of caution there, Shippo.
Well, we might, while we're waiting, it's going to be a little bit of a wait. Nothing's happening very quickly on the harbour. We might have a look at the point score with 2 races to go. Heat today and a heat tomorrow. There's the top 10 standings. That is with a drop. Yandu leads quite convincingly from Shaw and Partners Australia. GC Sails in 3rd position, quite clearly in 3rd, but then look at the points between 4 and 10. A lot of placings are going to change then there in the next few 2 races. We've got Black Knight from Germany 4, Shaw and Partners New Zealand 5th, Vykobi 6th, 7th, Lazarus 8th, but all 6, 7 and 8 on the same points. Smeg 9 and ASCC also from New Zealand in 10th position. And there's the full list of place getters right down to number 27, which is the 18-footer bar and restaurant. And you can see there's a fair gap between 10 and 11. Balmain, a disappointing regatta for those boys. They're in 11th spot, but there's the official list of points as we wait the start of today's 8th heat. It's just beautiful conditions on the harbour if you want to get a suntan, but not too good for sailing. It's a pretty light air, and we're looking at perhaps a 4-lap windward leeward. We haven't got confirmation on that yet, but the starting boat is down round Garden Island, on the eastern side of Garden Island. We're just getting down that way. There's the Rag and Famish team. But before we went out today, we did a couple of interviews, and the first one we did was with Scott Cunningham, the skipper of GC Sails, currently in 3rd place on the point score. Scotty, firstly, are you a Brisbane boat, a Victorian boat? Talks us through all that. Because you're from Brisbane. No, you're from Victoria.
No, I'm from
That's
Victoria,
right.
yeah. No, we're definitely a Brisbane boat. Dave and I are brothers from Victoria, but we're definitely part of the Brisbane team. We're representing Brisbane 18ft Skiff Club this year and proud to be doing so.
So you've done a lot of training before the series, haven't you? Coming from Victoria up to Brisbane.
Yeah.
It's really showing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good. So having the 3 boats this year has been a big advantage for us up in Brisbane. We've had Ash Brunning coaching the squad as well, which has been obviously a huge help, and seen a lot of improvement doing that. We started in sort of late August, I think, and we're sort of happening every 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. Although we did have a 5-week break in the middle because my partner and I had a baby, so we had a little bit of time off. But other than that, it's been sort of every 3 or so weeks, and we're trying to do sort of every 3-day training blocks each time. It's been seems to be paying off. We're pretty happy with how it's going.
And Joel was the sailmaker. He's the sheethead. He's done all the rigs for you.
Yep. Yeah. So Joel's obviously new to sailing with Dave and I this year. And he's been a great addition to the team. Obviously, he's got a lot of knowledge. He's done a long stint in the Australian sailing team. Runs a sail making business as well, which obviously is a lot of help not only to us but to the Brisbane 18ft Skiff Club too. So Joel's made kites for us this year. We've been doing some amendments and tweaks to the existing upwind sails that we've got, and we've been putting some plans together of how to go about some upwind sails next year.
The spectacular finish the other day when the spinnaker exploded, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What, it caught on the spreader? Is that what happened?
Yeah, we caught it on the spreader at the top mark the last time, and obviously pressing on it pretty hard into the finish, and it was sort of missed by a boat length or so.
It was good to watch off the boat anyway. Well, you're on the podium at the moment, and let's hope you can stay there, eh?
Yeah, appreciate that, guys. And, that's it. We're hanging in there, and we'll see how we go.
All right. Well, good luck.
No worries.
Good to see you.
Yeah, cheers.
There's GC Sails, Scott's boat with his brother Dave and, of course, Joel Turner. So if you've just joined us for Heat 8, of the JJ Giltinans for this year, it's a very light day on the harbour. We haven't got... we've got course signals up, 6 over 4. So it is a 4-lap windward leeward. We've got the starting area down on Garden Island. So the windward mark is going to be up. We're up in Rose Bay, Point Piper area, Shark Island area, I guess.
Yeah, and we're really deep down on Garden Island. Not too often we start all the way down here. Just a couple of things, Shippo. You did mention there wasn't any protests and hearings, but there actually was one. So Shaw and Partners New Zealand asked to have the hearing against GC Sails reopened, from which Shaw and Partners New Zealand was disqualified, and the result remained the same. So Shaw and Partners still disqualified. And the interesting point from that is you were looking at the point score before. There's only 8 points separating 4th through to 10th. So super tight in that space. And there's a number of boats in that space who are currently carrying a DSQ, so maximum points. One of those being Shaw and Partners New Zealand, who are currently in 5th, I believe, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yep.
So they were attempting to get rid of that DSQ, which would have certainly helped them in the point score.
I didn't want to complicate issues, but yeah, they've had a few goes to try and get it reopened, but no success there. But it's very light here at the starting area. We've got about 5, 6, perhaps 7 knots at the moment. But while we're waiting, we are going to have a talk to another skipper who is well known to most of you, I think, out there, but one of the real characters of the sport, and that was Brett Van Munster, the skipper of Fisher Pike.
You're the oldest skipper out there?
I don't know, it feels like it at the moment, Shippers. Feels like it at the moment.
2 more days to go.
2 more days to go.
Hang in there.
Yeah, body's actually getting better at the moment.
And you've had your moments this week, haven't you?
Yeah,
some good races.
Yeah, we've had moments. We haven't. I guess it's probably reflective of how much work we've been able to put into it. But we're getting better and better. I think we'd probably wish that the regatta started on Monday.
Yeah. Young crew.
Young crew, fantastic, and Logan and Tom have been amazing this year. And then the enthusiasm that they brought to the program is probably why I've made a little bit of a comeback. It's been my first Giltinan since pre-COVID.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's been 50 this year. I turned 50 and 51 this year, and it's been amazing. And I guess for myself, I wanted to prove that I could come back and still have a few moments.
Well, you've certainly done that. But you build these boats, work on these boats. Do you ever get sick of it and think, I'll go do gardening on the weekend or anything?
No, I miss it. I love it,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah. It's been 20 years of the association with the class and building the boats. I think this will be the 20th year coming up. I'm really passionate about it. I love it. It's really cool to see how the young guys coming through the fleet and how the class is regenerating. And I know outside there's been some criticism about the depth and the level, but I think this week it's proved, what state the class is in and how good the class
is. It's pretty healthy, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Have you got any new boats to build in the off-season?
There is talk, yeah. I don't think I can confirm anything on camera at the moment, but we do
confirm or deny, you can't do that.
No. There are three boats in build, and I'm pretty sure already 2 of those boats are taken by the looks of stuff.
Right. And you did the Admirals Cup last year for Australia?
I did.
Enjoy that?
That was amazing. Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. I never thought I'd have an opportunity to do the Admirals Cup, and going with Sean put absolutely everything into it. It was a late program. It was an absolute eye-opener, and what an opportunity. It was amazing.
Terrific. Well, good to see you, mate, out there, and good luck to the rest of the
regatta. Thank you.
2 good days, eh?
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. Stick together.
Yeah, cheers.
Good on you.
See you, mate.
Brett Van Munster there on the Fisher Pike with Tom Quigley and Logan Radford, currently in 15th spot. Well, boy, oh boy, the live chat's wound up today. People must be getting very excited or got little to do. We keep saying we thank you, but all our usuals are back there. It's really terrific. Oh, the dog biter's back. Nice to hear you, dog biter. I was worried about you. Mick Ralph's there. Pete Firming is there. Good afternoon to you. Julian Hannibus is there. Brisbane 18-footers are watching in. Well, your boys have been doing well. Graham Long, Kurt Flint, Dort or Sunshine, Sunshine's there. Russell Blake. We've got a very nice message, and we say thank you to a really nice guy in the yachting scene, Kim McDill, who's has been watching all week with his winning crew from 1974, the Travelodge New Zealand. Kim and his brother Terry and Peter Brook have been watching all week, so it's wonderful, and thank you, Kim, for your very nice comments. But I believe Peter Brook's down in Queenstown playing golf this weekend. My spies tell me. We've got spies everywhere, so you can't get away with much. Jeff Stagg, nice to hear from you over the overnight, Staggy, from Annapolis, and always enjoy your comments, and thank you to watching as an avid watcher. And I know you're enjoying this, but it's not too much spills and thrills today. It'll be a day of joining the dots very much. So, Dol, looking at the point score with Yandu clear ahead. They're 11 points with the drop ahead. It's a big margin, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a big margin, and essentially they can sew it up today. Shaw and Partners Australia need to basically beat Yandu by six places, I think. If they do that today, essentially they could drop tomorrow. They're currently dropping a 7. They're on 8 points, takes them to 15. Keegan is currently on 19 with the drop. So if he won today, it takes him to 20. So we'll have to see how it plays out, though. I was speaking to a few people earlier, and this condition can really throw anything. It can be a bit of a lottery, but Yandu's been sailing pretty quick in the lighter air. They are probably the heaviest crew out here, but even since Herman's come on board, the two boys up front are pretty big fellas. So light air probably isn't their favoured condition. But as I say, if those two boats, Yandu and Shaw and Partners, finish close together, then we're probably all done.
Yandu not on screen as
almost capsized.
We've got someone swimming after the boat.
Well, there's a bit of spectacular action. We weren't expecting that, but
they're going to save it, though.
Boy, are those fellas, Americans, having fun out here. They just can't stop smiling in the park before and after the race. They think it's just terrific. Where's the crew? There he goes.
He's about 10 metres away from the boat.
Mark Spitz, is it? Mark Spitz behind the boat.
You have to come back and get him. Oh, he's a fair way away, yeah. But those guys, they've been sailing really well. They've had no time in the boat, and where they're losing time is just basically manoeuvres and stuff. They've come unstuck. They're a bit unlucky the other day when they had the failure on the top of their headsail and missed a race, had to jury rig that and made the next race, which also showed great ingenuity. But when they're upright and going in a straight line, Shippo, they're going pretty well.
Okay, Mike Scott, nice to hear from you, Mike. Geez, you're pumping your own tyres up. He says he's the leading kumquat. I don't know about that. You'll have to do well to be the leading kumquat man, but there's been plenty of them out here today.
Does he skipper the captain's
I don't know, he must. Norma Henderson says a Mount Gay and tonic sounds about right. Angus Roxburgh's there.
G'day, Gus.
Termite USA. Hello to you, Termite. So thank you all. And I know you're having a lot of chat between yourselves, but that is great. And there's the Killer Coffee, just coming very slowly downwind. And we're back at the starting area. It's light. We're getting a little bit of breeze out of the east. It's 6 or 7 knots at best, I would say. Hello to Pete Montgomery, who's watching from New Zealand, amongst watching Super Rugby and his Formula 1 cars. He's a man for all seasons. So hello to you, PJ. And the breeze now is not going to get any stronger. They're the historic 18-footers. That's the Scott, is it, I think?
Yeah, that's the Scott.
Shore Partners New Zealand just going up. Went 3 strings there.
The old and the new.
For that. Yeah, very much so. The gaff rig on the Scott. So Shore and Partners New Zealand, although they had that disqualification, as you said earlier, Dolly, a couple of good placings today, and they could, today and tomorrow, they could make things difficult for the podium and get up there. But GC Sales have got a 7-point gap to 4th, from 3rd to 4th, but then the real gaggle is between 4th and 10th. Only 8 points separate those boats. A lot of spectator boats. There's a refresh of the points for you if you missed it earlier. That's the top 10, and you can see between 4 and 10 it's very tight. And GC Sales and Black Knight there. GC Sales at the moment, as we heard from Scotty Cunningham before, they're in the bronze medal position. And today is that sort of day that anything can happen. And there's today's race partner, the Smeg, Ash Rooklyn. They've already won a heat. They won the heat 3. And they're currently 9th at the moment. There's yachts going everywhere. But I think most of the yachts racing will be over by the time the boats get, the skiffs get underway. They normally start their racing about 12:30 1 o'clock, and well, I suppose in these light airs, it's they haven't been travelling very fast.
The yacht going in front of us, Shippo, the bloke's steering it to leeward with a spinnaker that's obviously not made for that boat.
No, it's massive, isn't it?
It looks rather
see where he's going.
oversized. He's not IOR rated, I wouldn't think.
That's
No.
it. He's light air.
There he is, yeah.
That's for
Anyway,
sure.
plenty of foot round.
He's hoisted the Wampa.
Probably the best thing on some occasions, not to be able to see where you're going.
Yes. A lot of people, even if they can see, don't know where they're going. So we're about 8 minutes away from a scheduled start time. Heat 8 of the championship. 1 today, 1 tomorrow, and tomorrow's forecast is looking a little bit better as far as the breeze is concerned.
There's the Balmain on screen.
Yeah.
They'll be looking for a bit of redemption today in this light air, I think. Haven't had a great regatta, and there's Emma Rankin in the Club Marine, our leading female skipper in this regatta.
Well, scheduled 14 knots out of the nor'east tomorrow, but that's just whetting your appetite. It could be, see, after today, it might be just a lap around tomorrow. And but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, and maybe it is up for grabs tomorrow. There's the leader, and that's the boat that's won the last 2 JJs with 2 different skippers.
Second place in the background there, just gone out of shot. Shaw and Partners. The Yandu definitely one hand on the silverware, and it's up to them today if they want to try and sew it up with a race to go. But you know, they just really need 2 consistent days, don't they, Shippo? And they will take the title. It'll be interesting to see if there's any sort of what we'd call hunting go on today. We'll soon see at this first start whether Shaw and Partners chooses to engage with them and maybe try and put a penalty on them. But that would mean that even if Yandu got caught out, they would do a penalty turn and try and exonerate themselves.
Also running in conjunction with the championship is the handicap side of things, and at the moment Shaw and Partners Australia are leading quite comfortably from the Brisbane 18-footers. Josh Sloman, Ben Roxburgh and Angus Barker, they're second. 6th, Jacob Marks, Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle are third. Then ASCC out of New Zealand are 4th. The Killer Coffee, Jordan Gertis, is 5th with Max Voss and Nick Rosenhaus. Lazarus is in... Killer Coffee's 5th, Lazarus 6th, Yandu 7, Andu United States 8, 9 Shaw and Partners New Zealand, and the top 10 Bigfoot Bags and Covers Dave Hayter. That's just the handicap run in conjunction, but the big prize, of course, is the scratch prize for the JJ Giltinan Championship. And we're here with not much breeze. The harbour, we've got the windward marker. We've seen it's up between Shark Island, or there's 5-minute signals just been indicated off the committee boat, and we're just looking from Garden Island right upwind. Can we see it there, Jimmy, somewhere?
Yeah, you can, Shippo. That school or church or whatever it is there, is it right below that?
Right, yep. I have got that.
What's that? Is that King Couples?
King Couple.
There you go. Not bad for a Northern Beaches boy to know something about the eastern suburbs.
Probably the best bit of real estate in even Australia. Magnificent. There it is. There's the King Couple School right up there in Rose Bay going into Vaucluse. So that's what we're looking at course-wise. We've just got coming up to 4 minutes to go. Heat 8 almost ready to go. Hello quickly to Michael Cox and Barry Bradford from the Richmond River Sailing and Rowing Club in Ballina. Both sail Formula 15 skiffs on the river, a one-design 15-foot skiff, and they're watching each week, as a lot of people do, from the Richmond River Sailing and Rowing Club in Ballina. So hello to you guys. There's Hugo Stoner in the Royal Oak Four Pines. And have we got any significant increase in the breeze? I don't think we have we really?
No, maybe even dropped off a tick, but it looks like there's a bit more up near Shark Island, so that should fill in down to us. But certainly down where we are at the starting area is probably the lightest place on the harbour. right now.
Bit of joggly water too, isn't it? It's going to be hard to get rolling, but with about 3 minutes 20 to go. And what's the tide? Did you say slowly coming in? Is that
yeah,
right?
But it's only 400 mil over 6 hours.
Wow, it's negligible.
Really, not much effect out of that.
So which way are we going to go, Dole, do you think? Go out to the left a bit, do you think?
Maybe. Well,
early on, and then try and get back to the right.
You could get out to the middle.
Makes sense. If you go left, you've got to come right at some stage, I suppose. But it does look a little bit more pressure on the right.
It does, which is the usual.
Point Piper.
Get up towards Point Piper. You want to get in, once you get that far up, you want to be on that right-hand side, I think. And did I say 12 hours, did I, Jimmy? I meant to say 6.
You said point 4.
0.4.
11 minus 5.
That's 0.6.
Yes.
Still stuff.
Geez, you're still making mistakes, Dole.
I got thrown because I was looking at yesterday's one.
I'm just concerned about the boat he built me.
Yeah, it was an 18-foot skiff, wasn't it?
Went well on one tack.
Well, it was meant to be a 16. That's why it was so quick, Jimmy. It was 2 feet.
That explains
too long.
everything.
Yeah.
No wonder it could win on one tack and not the other. Okay, coming up to 2 minutes now.
I kept falling off the port side.
There's still a few yachts coming downwind from the Shark Island area where the Windward Mark is. They're finishing their Saturday afternoon race. Beautiful day on the harbour if you want a bit of sunshine, but not much wind. Oh, we've got a little bit of breeze here. We'll probably be maybe 3 strings, minute 40. And we've got no one down at the pin yet. It's probably a little early. But we've got that's the Yendies. The old historical 18-footer just going across the start line. He's going to get a few handy comments yelled at him, I would think. But anyway, coming up at minute 20 and coming in from the right. Don't want to tell you what we've got here. We've got a yacht under spinnaker, blue spinnaker.
He's going to reach straight across
the starting line. I'm on starboard, I'll do what I like.
Yeah, but he's going to be in a windward boat and in a heap of trouble.
There he comes. There's the start boat. Oh, no, it's getting a bit of yell here. I mean, he's going right in the opposite direction across the start line with 45 seconds to go.
He was actually pointing down our starboard side of our boat when he came around.
I mean, you couldn't really make this up. You just could not make this up what this bloke's doing. What are they going to do? He's trying to find
a gap.
And it's not a big gap. He's unbelievable.
He pulled it off.
Well, I don't know whether they made a gap for him. Someone had to get out of his way.
Balmain, I think, got out of his way.
Boat most effective. Well, anyway, back to the races, right up the windward end.
There's going to be a big midline sag here.
There is a huge sag with just under 10 to go. Kitchen Makers down the leeward end. Lazarus is down there. New Zealand Shore and Partners are down there. And right up at the windward end. And Shore and Partners, I think we're clean, aren't we?
Yeah.
A clean start. Shore and Partners Club Marine. And then just also around the committee boat is Yandu. Oh, it's light. So Shore and Partners got a very good start, but it is light. They haven't got 3 strings yet.
Yandu choosing that tactic they've used a couple of times now, coming in late at the boat and tacking out.
I think.
Yeah, there they go.
That's his tactics. And the right looks okay where he's going, but boat with this speed, they normally put it in the right position. And then down at the leeward end, the old Shore and Partners come with him, as you'd expect. He's not going to let him wriggle away. It's Lazarus right down at the pin end. Tom Cuny got a terrific start there. That yacht was spectacular going across the starting line, but
spectacularly stupid.
Yeah, I think everything's okay, but going hard into the right are Yandu and Shore and Partners off screen. That's the left group. Okay, Lazarus has come back, and then further keep going. That's the Kitchen Maker, I think.
Oh, big lull from the yachts on Yandu.
Okay, that's one of the naval boys here on the harbour. They're going in towards Clark Island. So it's 4 laps. Okay, well, that's the group that went left are still going.
thus far, Lazarus has really benefited from that pin end start.
That's the Killer Coffee there and the Acarana Eatery. They're going, the Killer Coffee just tacked. And this is the group going into the right. Vykobi's in about 4th spot of the group in the right. And Lazarus up in the middle. Tom Koenig, very good starter, Tom, but there's Yandu. Okay, Shore & Partners is across him at the moment. And then there'll be a few other yachts. Oh, there he goes. Keegan's right on his gas.
It's on.
It's on. Vykobi tacking to leeward of them. And Lazarus leads, I would think, out in the middle. Started at the pin. Oh, he's got a nice little jump at the moment, Lazarus. But there's a lot to play in this race. 4 laps. What was the distance, Jimmy? Did we get a distance on the...
1.3 nautical mile,
1.3.
bearing of 090.
Okay, well, that's in the east. So it's a long course, 4 laps. So don't throw away your tickets by any means. Okay, it's a tacking duel here. Yandu's tacked. Shore & Partners tacked on him. But Lazarus smoking away up the middle.
I did say I wonder if they're going to engage, and they certainly have. We've got a match race on our hands here. And Lazarus has been quick in these lighter conditions this summer too. So after a good start, I'd expect them to maybe extend here. There's Andu has tacked, and Shore & Partners have now tacked, but Yandu have managed to maybe sneak out of the loose cover. It's just a little bit to leeward.
Totally bunched here, the fleet. There's the 18-footer Brisbane 18s just tacking. But after about 5 minutes of sailing, Lazarus is in quite a commanding position, but it's that sort of day that you can easily go from first to the middle to last very quickly. But the Lazarus boys have already won a heat. They won a heat in fresh conditions. Currently 8th on the point score, and they're carrying a disqualification. They had a second in the race 6. They won race 5.
Well, they're discarding their disqualification, aren't they?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah. And then Emma Rankin in Club Marine, she's done well. There's a boat right over on Bradley's head. Is that
Fisher Paykel?
Brett Van Munster.
Brett Van Munster, the old fellow. He's right in there, smoking. There he is. In good pressure. In good pressure.
Except your mate and the Captain Cook's heading his way,
Oh,
Shippo.
there he is. Doesn't let you down, that bloke. We'll see him in a moment. There's the yacht right in the middle too. Oh, this yacht. Okay, Lazarus is going to climb over the top of him, I hope, which he does. And it's light. It's a bit more breeze between where the skiffs are and the windward mark, but not much more. There's the Captain Cook. Somewhere in there is Brett Van Munster. There is. He's just tacked, coming along the shore.
Well, he's very bowed down.
Oh, no, he doesn't look too good at the moment.
He should start to lift, but
Oh,
right
there's
now
a yacht.
he's very
There's a
bowed
yacht.
down.
If we can get the shot, this yacht and Shore & Partners Australia.
No, Shore & Partners would have had their eyes firmly on Yandu.
Didn't see the
and
yacht.
I think the tactics on board the Yandu was to bring that yacht into play.
And they did.
Well, they did a
Very
good job.
successfully.
Well, the bloke, fair enough, he was on starboard, but I don't think he's racing. And I hate to tell you, but it looks as though it's getting a little bit lighter up to the left and a little bit more gusty on the right. When I say gusty, it's probably 6 or 7 rather than 4 or 5.
Yeah, pressure's in the right, and as I said, Shippo, you want to get over at about this point in the race. You want to get over to this right-hand side, to the Point Piper side. Usually a starboard hand lift on this side, and that's where GC Sails, ASCC and Rag and Famish have headed to.
And Vykobi going hard right. That's
As
double
well.
bay they're going into, just tacked. And it is accelerating around the western end of Point Piper. But it's a race for anyone at the moment. Sometimes the right looks strong and the left looks strong, but Tommy Koenig and the Lazarus gone up, the high diddle-diddle, the middle. And this is the group coming back from the right. They don't look super high. Gee, some of the boats are going almost back to the clubhouse. They're going so far right.
And it's very patchy in there. Very patchy.
And a lot of powerboat wash. Okay, there's Vycobi, GC Sales, then Rag and Famish. And Lazarus, okay, Lazarus still across this group.
Some huge angle differentials, even between boats who aren't that too far apart.
That's Vycobi, bottom of the screen. They got a very good start. Yandu and Shore Partners Australia are match racing. That's Rag and Famish in the middle.
And close proximity too with Yandu and Shore and Partners is Shore and Partners New Zealand are going to come into the equation here.
Shore and Partners Australia just tack, no pressure. Yandu getting it now, wriggling out on their hip. There's the New Zealand team, Eli Leifting, top New Zealander at the moment. Yandu tacking. You can just see how light it is.
What Keegan's done there, Shippo, is he tacked deliberately because there's a huge powerboat wash
that he can ride.
He's going to hook into that and try and grind some height out of that. And that's going to take him above Yandu's line again.
One of the boats that's done very well is Emma Rankin in Club Marine. They've worked up the middle, now going out to the left, but they're a pretty lightweight crew. And it is a lightweight crew day, that is for sure. There's a lot of this wind has been chopped up by powerboats and cruise boats that have been out there. There's Club Marine coming in from the left. And Smeg also just tacking on the hip of Lazarus. There's another boat behind Smeg. Can't see who that is. That's the Germans. The Germans.
Sixth is in
the
there
Black
as
Knight.
well.
And then Brett Van Munster's down there in Fisher Paykel. Gee, these places are up and down. Yandu's deep. I can tell you that for sure. Smeg's probably up there as well. I think there's the... You can see how light it is in the middle, but Club Marine up to windward. Jacob Marks to leeward on the 6th. Historical boat just going in front of Club Marine. No damage done. But it's light in the middle. Okay, Yandu's starting to get the breeze. It's starting to get three strings now. And then
Yandu's
just got a puff.
He's on a puff and he's on a powerboat wash at the same time.
He's rolling up to shore.
Yeah.
He's percolating, we'd say, I think.
Yes, there's one for the day.
Mini percolation. And then almost in the real estate at Point Piper's Vycobi. We won't see him at the moment, but there he is. He would be at afternoon tea at Point Piper if he kept going. He gets a right hander, he'll be strong. See the fleet, he's looking at them now. He just can't get anything to dial up on.
He's very light where he is now. A little too far. I think he can go bow up.
Smeg's the other boat that's done very well. Emma Rankin, I think Smeg's probably close to the lead or second even. Ash Rooklyn, he knows this harbour pretty well. He's done well to work his way through, Ash, because he was sort of mid-fleet for a little bit
there.
And he's seeing this wind out to the right-hand side. And he's still going, he's just tacking. Probably could have gone a little bit further, perhaps, who knows. But now, out in the middle, Lazarus is starting to get three strings. Oh, I can see how light it is when Smeg tacked.
Keegan York's come right back into this shipboat. There he is, right of your shot.
He's almost, there he is, at the back of the ferry.
That ferry's not going to help them, unfortunately.
Where's Yandu now? There he is. He's just behind in the ferry wash. Okay, so that's Lazarus. Now there's Yandu. He's probably about 40 metres behind, 50 metres behind Shore and Partners Australia, but there's some boats going hard right, led by Club Marine. And also the Black Knight from Germany coming into the right. So it'll just depend on how Lazarus comes back He's going in towards Shark Island, and up in the right is Club Marine. But that's what the tracker's telling us. It's Lazarus from Shaw and Partners Australia, then Club Marine up in the right-hand side, 6th, and then the Black Knight.
Shaw and Partners have tacked on to port. They're coming back on an absolute shocker.
Yeah, well, Black Knight, there they are attacking, following Club Marine out there, then 6th, then Smeg. Oh, Rag and Famish is there too, just punched out from below 6th. Oh, gee, they've got 4 windwards to do, and it's going to be a long race in this light air. Where's that windward mark? How far away are they?
Just sort of feel like I've been driving in peak hour traffic here, Pete, because there's nowhere for me to escape to.
You've done well though, Jimmy.
So just once we get around these yachts off Edwards, you'll be able to see it, I think. Yep.
Yeah, we're still only about 2/3 the way up this beat. But Lazarus leads convincingly again now, but Yandu's really coming into prominence here.
Lazarus got themselves into a good position too. They've gone right up to the island, more pressure, and when they've tacked on to port, they're coming out on not too bad an angle.
And Yandu, from being deep, have wriggled their way up, certainly in the top half dozen, I would think. Just depends what happens out in the right, but there's Yandu. The tracker tells us they're in 2nd position, and they might be looking for a bit of acceleration. That's Shark Island, but Yandu's 2nd, Shaw and Partners, New Zealand 3rd, and then Shaw and Partners Australia. So
Shaw and Partners Australia chose to take a tack back early, and they will bow down, no pressure. And what that's done is it's allowed Yandu to sail all the way up to the island, and they've slipped through their clutches.
They wriggled free out of the clutches of Shaw and Partners, as you said, Australia. So coming out of the right, it's Lazarus, but they're going to be close to Heinrich, our friend Heinrich von Bayern from Germany. And I think the Germans are very close to a lead here. No, Lazarus,
Lazarus
across, just across, but it's tight. It is tight. They're going very well in this light air, the Black Knight. It is super light. Super light. Lucky to get 3 strings. There's some real shifts here. Look at Shaw and Partners Australia. They're 20 degrees higher than Yandu round the side of the island, but there's Yandu coming out.
He is coming out high, but he's given away 100 metres.
Yeah, he's just started to head. So that's Yandu behind. So they've got Louis Brake sitting in at the front of the boat. Fang Warren halfway out, and Herman fully out on the wire. It's that sort of day. Oh, here's a first complete clown of the day coming in across the fleet, pushing half the harbour. Yeah,
he's a complete clown. Is that better or worse than a complete fool, Shipper?
Well, he's a fool, a kumquat-head. Oh, you just can't believe it. You won't see it. You'll see it in a minute. There we go. Get a bit closer next time. You'll just see him come round the bow of the Black Knight. There you go. Just going up across the fleet at your leisure. Anyway, the fleet are really not that far spread out. It's probably in time they might be, but not in distance. It's super light up the weather mark. It's a lot of spectator boats up here chopping the wind up a bit, but I don't know. I think it's Lazarus and the Black Knight, probably the first 2. It's make your own up after that.
Black Knight have overlaid this mark by a ridiculous amount. This is a port rounding, isn't it, Jimmy?
Yes, it is. Port rounding.
Well, they're lined up. They're lined up for an easy starboard rounding. I think they don't know which way they're going round.
They get the spinnaker up now. Really, it's okay. Lazarus tacked well short of them. So, Yandu's now got back a bit, and Shaw and Partners Australia are ahead of him.
I'm very concerned here that Black Knight are going to lead, and they're going to go around this mark the wrong way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Baz Atkins, he'll be having an absolute
I'm
kitten.
just looking for him.
He'll be turning his head to the left. No, they've pulled away now.
They've pulled away. The rest realised, OK, all's good. So, well, we'll tell you that the Black Knight will lead, and after that, it's really anybody's guess. I think Lazarus is going to be second, Black Knight first. Long run back now, VMG run back to the starting area gate. Lazarus tacking now.
Good comeback from Keegan York on Shore and Partners.
Very good comeback. He's got to throw everything at it today, old Kegs. Lazarus second. Black Knight, good set, they're away. Lazarus straight into a jibe set. What's Keegan York going to do? He's third around. He's going to jibe set as well. Interesting. Off camera, the Black Knight has jibed. Club Marine, Emma Rankin fourth. Then GC Sales, third on the point score. They're around next in fourth position. Then Shore and Partners, New Zealand, following them. GC Sales, a bear-away set. Risk is when you jibe set, you're running away on port. Shore and Partners, New Zealand, jibing.
And you end up underneath all the boats, dirty air that are coming in on the starboard ley line.
Here are our friends in the German friends in the
Berlin Bears.
Berlin Bears, well done. Then Rag and Famish next, jibe setting. Still no Yandu, they're just coming round now. Smeg around the outside of them. Gee, the position's really changed up that beat, and that's going to happen again and again and again. We've got 3 more beats to go. Smeg jibe setting. Oh, it's light here. Yandu bear away set. Then Fisher Paykel is next. Then Balmain will follow them. Then ASCC. Gee, look at these jibey angles. They are massive. There's just no breeze here at the Windward Mark, stating the obvious. ASCC, Balmain around. Royal Oak jibe setting. Then sixth. And next around.
At least it's the sort of day where you can say, oh, we set the spinnaker in one boat length from the top mark.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick set. You're not going too far.
Just to me, it looks like the boats that did the bear-away set might have done better than those that did the jibe set. But
there's a little zephyr of breeze over near the island that they're getting their bows away on.
Yeah. So the kitchen maker is next around. And then following him will be, Vykobe's deep. Where did they get to? Andu next around. Then the Killer Coffee are next. Then Vykobe, Akarana, Brisbane 18s and Ballard Properties.
And Bigfoot back there as well,
Yeah,
Shippo.
Bigfoot and the 18-footer barn restaurant.
Shippo, out in the right-hand side, the Berlin Bears and Yandu have picked up a nice shift. GC Sales are out there as well. There's pressure in the right-hand side.
Well, that's what we looked at, and that's what they've done. Yandu's got himself back into prominence here. There he is, above the red spinnaker. But coming in across them is GC Sales.
GC
might
Sales
lead, I think he might lead.
Yeah.
Good work, Scotty Cunningham. And his team.
Yeah, Joel Turner and Dave Cunningham on there with Scotty. 3 very smart guys have been sailing well.
Historical ADs just pull the pole back and go square downwind, but not for the modern boats. It's all about in jibe angles, and there's the leaderboard. Yeah, GC Sales, Black Knight, Yandu. A lot will change.
Handy little lead to the GC Sales.
It's a very good lead.
Yep.
Yeah, they got punished, those boats that did the jibe set. But this is a tricky run. Where we go? Yandu's still going out to the right. They're past Shark Island. I've got Fang on the trapeze looking around. Louis Brake sitting in.
I think other way around.
Is it? Was that Louis?
Fang's
Fang's
down
looking
in the
around,
bottom of the boat.
Okay.
Fang's in the boat with his head on a swivel looking for pressure.
Yeah, you've got to do a lot of swivelling. That's the charging cavalry.
If there's breeze to be sniffed out, Fang's the man to find it. So they're heading way out to this right-hand side. They're obviously thinking that's where the breeze is going to come from. But it's looking very light in front of where they're going.
They're lifting, bow up.
That is not the closest jibe to the mark, that's for sure.
The mark right down near Garden Island Way, the gate. They're just about to jibe. I think there they go. Have they done that well? I don't know about this. Coming back, super light. GC Sails got right over into Double Bay. It's a real massive split. But Yandu picked up a little bit of pressure and bow down.
They've got it now. Wasn't looking promising.
No, not when they jibed. Going even further into the right are there's the Black Knight. They'll cross Yandu. There's GC Sails right up in under Point Piper. There's Black Knight across Yandu. So Black Knight, they've done okay. They didn't look too flash there for a while. GC Sails just jibing. Now they're right down off the western end of Point Piper. A massive split, and the tracker has them in the lead. And looking from where we are up to windward of the fleet, it's probably looking like that, I think.
Yeah, but with this massive split, it's hard to tell. But GC Sails now on starboard, they're bow down.
Here comes Yandu and Shore and Partners together, not on the screen.
Okay.
Oh, they're back together again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where we are, I think the lead, there they go. So Yandu is coming in on port. Shore and Partners jibed above him, so I think it's still, well, I think it's GC Sails and Black Knight probably first and second. And I think GC Sails probably still leads. Lazarus third. But it's topsy-turvy. Positions are changing pretty quickly. There's the trailing group. So any one of those could punch out into a good place. It's just the way this breeze is changing so much.
Right now, GC Sails sailing the best angle to the mark in the most pressure.
And he's clear ahead.
Yeah, but that can just as quickly evaporate. So they need to just keep jibing in front of that line of pressure. And thus far, they've done it really well.
About halfway down the first run. It's a 4-lapper. And there's good breeze down on Point Piper. The fleet is starting to get a wriggle on, and this fleet is concertinaed up a little bit here. But in front of the group, it's GC Sails. They went
good 100 metres at least in front.
Oh yes, I like it for them. Those boys are doing a fine job. And there's the leaderboard. GC Sails, Black Knight, Lazarus, Yandu, Smeg, Shore and Partners Australia, I think that would be. Then Smeg. And then there's a lot of covering off going down. There's Shore and Partners just getting across the top of Yandu. Leeward is Lazarus. Then up to windward, just going, there's the Rag and Famish. It's lightweight crew. Really getting a wriggle on down in going towards Double Bay. Down there also coming out now on starboard is Shore and Partners New Zealand.
You can see there GC Sails have jibed back onto port. They're heading in towards Clark Island. And once again, they've jibed on the pressure. They're doing a great job, these boys.
About just over halfway down this run. The gate down at Garden Island. Gee, it looks light at Garden Island. Sorry to be a pessimist, but it's super light.
These guys have got on the making jibe every time. So making jibe is the best angle to the bottom bar, best VMG. There's the battle between Yandu and Shore and Partners. Shore and Partners just starting to get a little bit of a roll on above Yandu, but Yandu's still leading them in. Be interesting to see what happens when they do jibe.
They just rolled over the top of Black Knight with speaking with them earlier on in the week. That's a spinnaker that they don't like, but due to sail restrictions on how many sails you're allowed each year, they got stuck with their old spinnaker.
Now, it looks to me like Rag and Famish, oh no, they're jibing now. They look like they were going to go the other side of the island, which is pretty unusual.
They've got themselves
now
up there. So this is the fleet. They're all running in towards Clark Island. And they've all picked up a little bit of pressure. The fleet is starting to rumble a little.
Look at that mass of boats.
Yes. Wouldn't want to be deluded of that fleet. And that's what Yandu is just running into, a lot of softer pressure.
And Shippo, absolutely not on screen, is Smeg, who went all the way to Bradley's and jibed. And they're just doing a bit of a Buffalo Girls to the whole pack almost.
Well, that's just going to be interesting. Out there going the furthest to the right of Balmain. But anyway, this is the pack that's gone up the middle, then the left, and there's the leader.
Just getting messages from Hugh Lester that there's a high likelihood that they will probably shorten this race to finish it the third time down.
Okay, well that's interesting. Could only be a 3-lapper. Stand by. We won't know for a little while yet. They're just GC Sails. There's Smeg coming in hard from the right. GC Sails now only about 60 metres from the gate. So Smeg, they've got themselves up close to second, I think, Smeg. GC Sails off camera are at the gate. Smeg is showing us third on our tracker. So Ash Rooklyn has done an excellent job coming back into it. It's that sort of day. You can roll the dice a little and get back into it, but this is a big lead, Dom. We might get a time here on GC Sails. They're going to the left-hand gate. They're around and on their way for the second Windward beat.
I want to be interviewed every day by you, Shippo.
Well, I gave them a bit of knowledge after the event. They've obviously not listened, so that's a good thing. So away they go, and look at this group of boats coming in now. It is so close, the minor placings. I think Smeg's going to be second. Shore and Partners, Australia jibing. There's plenty happening. I can tell you that GC Sails are well around, and Rag and Famish.
Smeg has gone an early drop.
Smeg
They have completely muffed the drop.
Okay, so Shore and Partners, jibe drop, will go to the right-hand gate. Rag and Famish, so Shore and Partners around. What's that differential?
45 seconds,
Oh,
Shippo.
that's pretty handy.
Sure is.
Okay, look at this pack coming rumbling in here.
Shore and Partners with a knot in the halyard, I dare say.
Okay, Yandu are clean there around the right-hand gate. Rag and Famish left-hand gate. And Brett Van Munster and Fish and Peichel, he's going to be round the left-hand gate with Lazarus outside him. Boats that went out to the right did okay. Black Knight's around, Smeg's around. Can't keep up with it.
And I'll tell you what, Shippo, the right turn was not the one to take. The left turn definitely is.
There were Balmain's there. They would mark. They went out to the right on the run, and they're around. Shore and Partners, New Zealand going round. There's Shore and Partners, Australia and Yandu, bottom screen. The New Zealanders just around, sixth around. Then Emma Rankin got a bit lost there. Killer Coffee's around in front of her. Then Club Marine, Bigfoot, Andu America, they're there. Oh, this is super light here at that right-hand turn, as you said, Dol.
Well, all those boats coming downwind just suck the air out of it. So the right-hand turn, you're underneath all the gas and wind shadow. So Shore and Partners and Yandu have managed to get through that now, and they're up and rumbling again. They're percolating, Shippo.
Okay, well, there's Gotcha for Life around. They're well placed, 18-footers. But the other mark here is Barkarati, Vycobi, Ballard Properties, ASCC Deep, Andu America are around and tacked and gone back to the right. So it's all starting to spread out. Gee, that was congestion plus there.
They really compressed. All the fleet compressed at this
Concertinaed.
Yeah.
Dol, you like that? They concertinaed.
Yep. It's a new one.
That's the new one.
for the.
Instead of percolating, they were concertinary. So, geez, we've got nothing to talk about here. It's super light. That's all I can tell you.
It's going to be
really.
a long day, Shippo.
Yeah, especially if they do 4 laps. But we're hearing they may be doing 3. So we're on the start of the second lap. GC Sales leading. So there it is. Rag and Famish got themselves up to second. Fisher Paykel third. Yandu, where have they dropped to 5th? So Yandu and Shaw and Partners have gone to the left, right up towards Bradley's Head.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, Rag and Fisher Paykel took that left turn, and it was the far better option.
So there's GC Sales working up the middle, just tacked below the Naval Boy. I think they've got a pretty handy lead actually at the moment, but it's a changeable day. There's Smeg. They're probably 3rd or 4th, and the boat that's really come up is Rag and Famish probably 2nd, and Fisher Paykel could be close to 3rd. So they'd be 3rd or 4th. The old fella's doing well. Brett Van Munster. Swinging her down. Get rid of that yacht. He tacks. That's the way to get rid of the yacht. So we're about a third of the way up the second beat. And GC Sales, the mixed Victorian Brisbane team, the Cunningham boys with Joel Turner going in towards Double Bay. Breeze about 6 or 7 knots.
Moving up a little bit too. We just motored past Balmain. They were very, very deep earlier, and they've wiggled their way through into a reasonable position, so they might be on a bit of a move.
Well, for those that know the harbour, this is GC Sales going in towards Double Bay, really in the right-hand side of the course. You look right away at the top of screen. There's a lighthouse over there on that point of Bradley's Head. That's where Yandu and Shaw and Partners are. Both of them are in right on that point, the western side of that point, or the left-hand side of the point, as we look at it. So I don't think Yandu will be too worried. As long as he's with Shaw and Partners, that's all he's got to worry about, really, is GC Sales tacks. Dave Cunningham going across in front of the mast.
Oh, and the Rags have got a piece of them here. They're right by. They've chosen to tack off. They'll come into shot there. There they are.
I've seen their super coach is in town and is out here, Dol.
Mr. D. Witt.
Correct.
The kid, David Witt. Big supporter of especially Ryan Ewings.
Okay, well, that's the boats that went into the left, led by Yandu and Shaw and Partners. Bouncing off Bradley's Head. They look reasonable from where we are, I must say. They look reasonable, Yandu especially.
They're high on port over there.
Oh dear. He keeps that up, he'll cross he's down to head now. Ferry just gone
there
behind
they are,
him.
Bottom of screen there. Shaw and Partners out to leeward of them, so Yandu stepped away a little from Shaw and Partners.
They sure have, and they're stepping right up close to the lead here.
Well, unless they go bow down soon, they're going to be a long way in front.
There's a bit of cloud coming out of the east at the moment. There's a few little more puffs of wind. They're just starting to suffer a bit now, Yandu.
Bow's coming down now.
And GC Sales up in the right, starting to go bow up. So, and some good little puffs coming out of the right now. So that's good news for GC Sales.
I was joking earlier with Keegan that, why would you go to Bradley's Head in an easterly? And I thought he was about to prove me wrong. Yandu's looking good up there. They are bow down a bit, but they're still not on too bad a line.
Okay, well,
They are. Background of shot there behind GC Sales.
There's more breeze on. There's Rag and Famish. He's done very well up in the right.
Lightweight crew on Rag and Famish, and they're really making big gains here.
Ryan Ewings and Max Nern with Ben Crawford. They're just behind GC Sales. I would think second now.
But, you know, GC Sales had a 45-second lead over Shaw and Partners at the bottom mark, and Rag was well behind Shaw and Partners. So huge gain. Huge.
Placings are changing dramatically in the back of the pack. And there's the top 10 there as we look at it. Yandu will be liking that position. Third at the moment. GC Sales there, just going into Point Piper. Marine Rescue. What's...
Come on, Dad's Army, out of the way.
You've got to be joking me. You've got to be joking. You have got to be joking.
Do they get a podium?
He's going to give Scotty Cunningham a really nice wash to ride. It's all good.
Well... Yeah, so Yandu's behind Rag and Famish, but Shaw and Partners Australia have clung on to Yandu, that is for sure.
Here comes the bloke off Caddyshack.
Oh, don't do it to me. There's Caddyshack. We'll show you in a minute.
Where's he going?
He's probably going to the Royal Motor Yacht Club at Rose Bay. I don't know where he's going. Here's our leader. GC Sales, it's tack for tack here. Rag and Famish going into the right, and now GC Sales tacking on him. Super light air. Lazarus between them. He's going about where he went last time and did okay.
And all these guys are doing far more tacks than you'd ever want to do in an 18-footer, but it is that shifty, and the pressure is so scattered that they really don't have a choice.
You've got to do it.
Yeah, because tacking an 18-footer is very expensive for speed, but they've just got to do it to try and stay in this breeze.
Oh, there's really lumpy water where GC Sales are going. There's a couple of pleasure boats have just gone across his bow. But he still maintains the lead. And now the only boat out in the middle and left is Lazarus. GC Sales tacking. Trying to pick up a wave or two. It's just hard to get going. So the leading group is GC Sales, then Rag and Famish. To leeward of them is Yandu, and just behind them out on Yandu's hip is Shaw and Partners Australia. Lazarus coming in from the left.
Look at GC Sales go here.
Oh, he's got
he's surfing.
Wait forward. That's it. Go, go, go.
Oh, he's on a beauty here, and he'll drop off that and pick up another
one.
Here he goes. Give it a pump.
There he goes. No, so Lazarus didn't do that well out in the middle. Oh, GC Sales suffering in height here. Rag and Famish down pressure. Yandu's got a bit more pressure out there. They've got almost 3 strings. And they're about 400 or 500 metres downwind of the weather mark the second time. This is all very close. Looking back, there's some boats almost stopped with this lack of pressure. So Lazarus coming in behind this group. That's them on the left, Tom Koenig. He'll be probably fifth, I'd say.
Fifth, yeah. And I thought Tom would be able to hang in there. He's very good in this light air normally, but he just got he zigged a couple of times when he should have zagged.
Yeah, look at these two leading boats going back down pressure. Anyway, Shaw and Partners has bailed out. There's Lazarus now. There's a bit of breeze coming around eastern side of Point Piper, but it's not much. Oh, Rag and Famish have tacked out there, and Yandu. They've absolutely got no pressure at all. We're on Lazarus. You'll see that calm spot.
little bit of pressure coming out of the right. That's why they've tacked. They're trying to get back to this side of the moorings.
Well, that's what Lazarus is doing. This will bring him into play here, very much so.
And Shaw and Partners, Keegan York.
Yes, this is tricky stuff.
Right now, then.
It's a snakes and ladders day. Shaw and Partners going right into the moored craft here at Lady Martin's at Prince Edward Yacht Club. Lifting.
Oh, he's going to get in trouble with this yacht, mate. Oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
It's just taking a risk you don't need to, isn't it?
So Shaw and Partners,
if he can
going
get
out
a
on
punch
starboard,
here,
he'll lead. GC Sales tax underneath him. So we have perhaps a new lead. I don't know for how long.
Constantly changing, and meanwhile, while Shaw and Partners has jumped into the lead,
Yandu back to fourth.
They were parked, but they've got a rumble on again now.
So Rag and Famish going right in.
Oh, just managing to...
Yep, can't go inside the moorings.
He just managing to stay outside the moorings, yep.
It's normally a little puff coming round the point, which he is trying to look for, I think. Is
yeah, if he can get a bit of a righty here.
And he has. He's percolating. He's good. I like Rag and Famish at the moment. About 150 metres downwind of the mark, the weather mark. I think Rag and Famish has got his nose in front almost for the first time.
Well, he's got that pressure. I can't believe it's on him. It's coming up a bit now.
Yeah. Just taking his stern GC Sails. It's a game of three at the moment. Shaw and Partners super light. If Shaw and Partners can get some pressure, he'll cross, but at the moment, he'll cross, I think. Oh, Willie's hardly moving. And right in on the point is GC Sails. That's him. There he is.
I think GC Sails might manage to wiggle their way back into the lead here.
There's big cruise boats up in Rose Bay that are really going to
throw a shadow, isn't he?
Turn this wind upside down. Shaw and Partners got 3 strings. Now, okay, GC Sails. Boys are looking around.
Hopefully these ribs are going to stop this boat here.
Dave Cummings.
They're trying very hard.
And he's not listening.
No.
Dave Cunningham looking around. You'd think they've overlaid, but I think what they're doing is trying to get to this pressure that they can see. There's another friendly powerboat ploughing down the course. GC Sails got to tack any second, I would think. They're really going round.
Yeah, there is pressure coming.
They're coming into it. I think that's what they see. Let's get into that, he's saying. Scotty's saying. Joel Turner's looking round. Okay, they're going to go, I think. Got to tack now. Yep, away they go. Well, just in that last 200 or 300 metres, Shaw and Partners, Australia, Keegan York, has jumped away to a really nice lead. Nothing's for certain in this race. That's what he's got to do. He's got to win this race and back. But here comes another powerboat across the course. Not at speed, but he's going to block the course off here.
Yeah, they're going to put their kites up and he's going to be right in the way.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, there's the powerboat there just above Shaw and Partners. He doesn't know where to go, I'd say, this skipper. So Shaw and Partners is around.
Couldn't be any.
Oh, no.
You can't write this book, Shippo.
No, you couldn't. You just couldn't make this up. Where's Woody? He'll be giving him what's for if he's there. How you get yourself in that position? Anyway, I don't really know. So Shaw and Partners round and leads a little bit of distance and time because it's super light. So GC Sails will be next. And then Yandu and Rag and Famish will be next to after GC Sails. So you've got at least that powerboat has stopped. I think he's stopped because he's scared witless to know what to do.
Well, he's put his radar on that.
Oh, that's handy, yep.
You'll know where everyone is.
All the ribs are trying to get him out of the way. Yandu's going round. You can't jibe set, you'll run into that powerboat, I think. Okay, Yandu's round. All bear away sets. Rag and Famish are fourth. They went from fourth to first to fourth. Next will be Lazarus, still within range. So all bear away sets running softly and quietly into Shark Island. What's the breeze? Look, it's lifted right off here. Well,
Any wonder, mate, there's a 90-foot powerboat in the middle of the course.
But even up to windward, there's nothing. Oh, where's he going now, this powerboat? Okay, Tom Koenig's round in Lazarus.
Going to run with them.
Yeah, that's handy.
They got a great view of the racing, if nothing else.
There's no one on it. He's there with all his mates. Okay, so Lazarus is jibe. Now that
he's got no choice, you know.
Where's dear. I mean, right at the end of the season, that bloke is probably on the podium.
I think we've got a winner.
Yeah, we've got this on there. So they're the three leaders. Where's Shore? Where's Shore and Partners?
He's behind these boats at the island.
Okay, so he's got down a little. There's a look at how quiet it is. Okay, Shore and Partners, New Zealand next around. And we're at the weather mark, and it's almost a glass out at some period of time. It's got lighter and lighter and lighter. That's the news I can bring you.
Shore and Partners New Zealand in the middle of your screen there. They are in fifth
position.
Next in, we'll have Ash Rooklyn in Smeg.
Yeah, he's about sixth. Then there's a gang set up on the starboard tack lay line, led by the kitchen maker. Then Emma Rankin's laying the mark from down to leeward. And then we got next, there's the kitchen maker. Lockie Steele's around. Then Brett Van Munster and the Fisher Pokles next. These boats are close enough. It's that sort of day. Then round the outside with a big overlay is Balmain. It's easy to do. The Balmain around. Then Club Marine, Emma Rankin, Fisher Paykel, Balmain all in a jibe set. Club Marine are into jibe set. And next around will be sixth Vycobi, the Royal Oak, and then Akarana Eatery. And just looking ahead, those boats down near Shark Island, Spinnakers are collapsed on GC. He's just jibed. That's the group running away on the jibe set. Sixth going around. Then Vycobi next.
Really difficult to know which side of the course they should sail down here.
The boat that's got lost is the Black Knight.
Oh, haven't they, Shippo? Dear, oh dear.
They were...
He was in fourth before.
Oh, Shore and Partners Australia were almost capsized. Can you believe it? I don't know what they did right at the head of the pack. Anyway, they didn't capsize. So...
Didn't the Black Knight lead around the first top mark?
They were...
Yes, they did, Jimmy. Remember, they nearly overlaid and were worried they were going to go around it the wrong way.
They did. So...
Right. Off-screen, Yandu has parked underneath Shark Island.
Yeah, he's got nothing. He's just leaning over trying to get the boat, sails over to get the boat going. This might be a two-lapper, Jimmy, who knows? I doubt whether he'll do that, but...
No, we've only been sailing for 50 minutes,
Okay, well, yeah, it'd definitely be three for sure. But the placings are changing dramatically. So I think Shore and Partners Australia still leads. They're very high on port.
Oh, and it's very light. Very, very light. Of the three lead boats, interestingly enough, now Yandu probably has the most pressure. He's sort of hunting down towards Shore and Partners. Meanwhile, GC sails out to the left have really run out of breeze. And they're heading straight towards our old mate who was parked at the top mark a minute ago, who's moved down the course.
He's just going down to the bottom mark, Dol. He'll fit perfectly between both bottom marks.
I mean, hasn't it someone got a torpedo out here? Surely Woody Willies have a torpedo. You'd give him a verbal torpedo, that is for sure. But anyway, back to the races. There he is, the powerboat.
He's really stealing the breeze from Shore and Partners now.
Yeah. So we're lucky to have 5 knots of breeze here. Keegan York leads with Tom Anderson and Max Paul. I can't give you more than that. It's just light. And then running down the Point Piper shore on the same jibe as Shore and Partners Australia as the New Zealand compatriot. He's about 30 degrees lower and at pace. GC in the middle bouncing up and down. Yandu bouncing up and down. And that's top of screen. Just jibing is Eli Leafting. Rag and Famish is above GC sails right in on the shore. See him pop out. There he is. There's breeze there.
Yeah, little vein of pressure right in on the shore.
So we're not even halfway down this second run.
See top right there, Rag and Famish, they'll be about to jibe. They're running out of real estate.
And it's a 0 to 0 day, or 0 to hero. It's super light. And Rag and Famish are really running down that Point Piper shore. Just needs one to come back out on.
Meanwhile, Yandu and Shore and Partners, there's Shore and Partners there. No one even sitting on the wing. They're all in the boat and they are struggling just to keep that spinnaker setting.
Well, left of screen is Shore and Partners New Zealand. They just jibed in no pressure. But fastest boat there at the moment is the Rag and Famish. He's just skimming down the side of Point Piper.
They are, but I think when they jibe, it's not here they go now. It's not going to look so pretty.
They'll be bow up, I think. No, not...
No, they've got a bit of breeze.
That looks pretty, Dol.
Yeah, they've got some breeze.
They haven't.
Will it last?
Well, at the moment, they are trying to get themselves into the lead here. The other boat that's going down off camera is Balmain.
Coming right back into it after being a long way behind.
There's Balmain, Henry Larkins. Yandu just starting to pick up a bit of pressure.
As is GC Sails and Shore and Partners
also
now.
down that Point Piper shore is Smeg, Ash Rookman. There's Rag. He's going to, at the moment, starboard tack advantage crossing Shore and Partners Australia. There's Smeg. Oh, trying to jibe.
Roll jibe.
Got to hit the button on the keel.
I know the feeling, but anyway, they're through. So I think Shore and Partners will cross.
Yeah, they're through.
But it's tight. And it's going to get tighter looking downwind where we are. It's
very patchy.
Super patchy. Super light.
This really lightweight crew on the Rag and Famish, they're making good gains. Young, light crew on the Rag. They're making really good work of this. We're just seeing placings continuously change. Just whoever can just pick up a little puff and roll on through. There we are, Rag, then Shore and Partners Australia, GC Sails Yandu and Smeg, Shore and Partners New Zealand. So that's that lead pack that we've got. And there's enough boats in there. Keegan York needs to get a first and try and jam as many boats in between him and Yandu as he can. But Yandu are they're not letting Keegan York out of their sights. They're following him down the bay here. Shore and Partners Australia going right into Double Bay.
And with a little bit of pressure. GC Sales going out in the middle of the harbour. They went into Double Bay last time and did okay, but now they've done the reverse and got out in the middle. While there's GC Sales now going to jibe and come back. Oh, Lazarus barrelling down on them, doing about 2 to their 1. They're doing 3 knots, and GC Sales doing about 1 knot. So that's the barrelling, the 3 knots, as you do. Okay. So what's the order looking like? I think it's still
Shore and Partners from Rag and Famish, and then maybe Yandu, I think. Smeg not too far out of the mix.
Yeah, GC Sales dropped off then.
There's Keegan York. His jibe was good, so he managed to jibe and find a good angle down here. He's running the closest jibe down to the gate, closest jibe angle, but they've just gone a little bit soft again. They've run out of pressure, coming into an area with quite a few boats around too, water getting chopped up and a couple of yachts that might steal his air.
So it's just coming to Clark Island. We're going to still a long way back down to the gate for the end of the second lap of supposedly 4.
It looks like the further we get down towards this gate, the more the breeze is lifting off. Very light and patchy.
Any word from the race committee, Jimmy? Have you heard anything?
None from the race committee, but hearing plenty about your mate about the top mark.
He hasn't got too many fans, that bloke.
And, yeah, definitely comments that aren't fit for this show.
For a PG production like ourselves.
How will you get yourself in that position? I know people are saying that, you know, he didn't know the course, but he obviously would have known they couldn't keep going to the shore. Anyway, let's move on.
Obviously not a sailor, Shippo.
No. Okay, well, here's the race leader. So that's what he had to do, but he's trying to get Yandu back in the pack, but at the moment, not successful. He's successful in leading the pack, but Yandu's still sniffing around.
They are. You know, they're keeping that kite filling pretty well. They're giving it a bit of ease, which shows they've got a little bit of pressure. It's not too strapped in.
Where did Rag and Famish end up there?
They're right over back here behind.
Oh, they got right into Clark Island like they did last time. Well, it was successful last time. Won't see them yet. They come round, we'll see them. Okay, well...
There's the overview.
Yeah.
Keeping you awake, doll.
Yeah, mate, that's a long day.
Excitement's killing you.
Yeah.
Well, there's the Rag and the New Zealanders, Shore and Partners.
Oh, not much air right in on the island there.
They're all bow up.
Yeah, Rag, Smeg, Shore and Partners, New Zealand, and Emma Rankin in Club Marine heading in there. Looks pretty light.
But it's Keegan York here leading the way down towards the end of the second lap. Tom Anderson and Max Paul. Done a terrific job in these very tricky conditions.
Yeah, they're just trying to be as gentle as they can. You see them just moving. They've got a little bit of pressure now. They're out on the wing.
Well, they've done so well. They've really opened up a reasonable gap back to the trailing boats. They're not far. How far will they go? They're going out now. They're probably about 200 metres downwind of the gate. And that's Yandu. There's Lazarus there. He comes back on a good one. He'll be in very close to the place getters.
There they go. They've jibed now on Shore and Partners. So they just tried. They picked up a little bit of pressure there. They tried to get it as far as they across it as far as they could.
In the background.
So just pushed across that line and then jibed so that they could come back across it again.
Well, Shore and Partners got better pressure than Yandu at the moment. There they are. They're starting to wobble along okay. And then, the other boat that's come into play is Kitchen Maker. Oh, here's GC Sails going right, skimming along the northwestern side of Clark Island. And now jibing. And this is a nice lead to Shaw and Partners Australia. Which gate's he going to go to? I think probably the left-hand gate. There's too much traffic coming in from the right, I would think. See what Keegan does.
I would be going left turn if I was having a choice.
I think you just carry this down and drop and go upwind, but who are we to know? We'll have a look. It's all about pressure here, and he's got a little bit. He's got as much as anyone. I think that's what he's going to do. Here comes the drop. A few little waves to go around with against him, but he's done a fine job down that run. Challenges were coming from everywhere, and he's managed to lead again, and coming in reasonably okay is Rag and Famish. They will be second. GC got themselves out of problems, but the other big improver, two improvers have been Balmain and GC Sails are still there. Okay, so Rag and Famish also going to left-hand gate.
Yeah, it's the way to go. It's the turn to take. There's a little bit more pressure in this right-hand side.
And there's so much traffic coming down the middle of the right-hand.
You're not going to be going through everyone's gas. And Keegan, Max and Tom, they're doing everything they can right. They're leading the race, and it's going to come down to how the cards fall behind them.
And probably the good news is there's a bit more breeze coming down the track. I think there's a bit of cloud coming over. It just looks a bit more breeze up to windward. So
it was 50 seconds there, Shippo, back to the Rag.
Okay. So Rag a second. Third will be between Yandu and GC Sails, but I think Yandu are coming in with starboard tack rights here. What are they going to do? Are they going to... GC Sails got a problem. No.
I think Yandu's planning on
going right-hand gate. Yep. Gee, I wouldn't... Anyway, what are they going to do? No, they are going right-hand gate. GC Sails around third. Then Shaw and Partners New Zealand. Then Balmain. And look who's next with a big W on the sail.
The Americans, USA.
I think they'd be next. Jeez, look at this boat. You could walk from boat to boat to boat.
Yeah, and the majority of the pack ended up over on this right-hand side near the left-hand gate. And I think that's why Herman elected to go to the other side.
Yeah. There could be some good action here at this gate. Balmain just get themselves around the right-hand gate. The left-hand gate's the problem. And to have shopped.
Look how close this is, Shippo. There's, 15 boats in 20 metres.
The Americans have just run out of wind, as you'd expect. There's boats over the top of them. Oh, the bunch up at both gates.
You wouldn't think we've done 2 laps of the course. And look at that. That is extraordinary, especially in these conditions.
Someone's got tangled up there.
Smeg and Lazarus.
Kitchen Maker got round. Andu at the other gate's round, but there's just no wind here at the gate. Every boat that's come down has run out of pressure.
And almost the last 2 boats to come back into this pack, Shippo, are the Black Knight and ASCC. The Black Knight led at the top mark the first time. They'd have to be 23rd or something.
It's that sort of day. And look at the boats going upwind. It's very soft because this breeze has collapsed because of all the boats running downwind. And 6th, who was well up there, still coming down.
Yeah, and Jacob's usually quite the light air specialist too. And, it just shows how tricky this day is.
Well, the Black Knight are around. Club Marine's around at the right-hand gate and stop with no wind. So we're off to Rose Bay for the 3rd time. Keegan York is leading. Just a lot of pressure coming from a lot of different boats.
Bit of old school on the Killer Coffee Company.
Yeah, they've still got the spinnaker out on the bow pole and it's not coming back.
Got someone up the bow going to retrieve it.
Oh, this could end badly.
Obviously jammed out there. There he goes. Oh, jeez. This is good action here to watch, not to be on the boat. I don't know whether that's Nick or Max or Nick.
Oh, I think he got it. Yep.
Yeah, right.
He's got to be careful of his trapeze hook on that spinnaker on the pole. Well played.
So what probably happened there was the knot, or the either the knot or the soft shackle on the tack of the kite's gone into the bugle end of the pole.
Well, what happens sometimes with these, though? They pull them out too quick. It actually hitches itself on the end of the pole.
Does a loop.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's,
well, the breeze is back in. That's the good news, and it's gone around to the left.
Just getting comms from the... just getting comms through, Shippo, from the tugboats that they are coming through in a few minutes with that...
cruise liner, is it?
With that cruise liner.
For some reason, Shore and Partners aren't showing on that leaderboard, but they are leading as far as I can see.
When we left them, they were, and we'll get back to them in a moment.
They're just out of our view behind Clark Island there, Shippo.
Yeah, they've just tacked, and they've gone into the right. But the breeze has gone into the left.
They've turned their tracker off. They've gone dark. There they are. Not coming out of there on a great angle. Very bow down on starboard.
The breeze
tack.
has gone into the left with a little bit more pressure. The boats are starting to be high on the left. The breeze about 6 knots as opposed to the 4 or 5 we had the last speed.
There's the graphics on the traffic tracker for you there on the screen. And look how close the whole fleet is just compressed unbelievably.
You wouldn't think that's an hour and 5 minutes racing, would you, Dol?
On a light air day, like normally they just get strung out more and more.
That was something else at the gate the second time. But what we're seeing is that the bad news for Shore and Partners New Zealand, it looks as though Yandu is got himself close to second here. So
starting to wonder, Shippo, Lazarus is all the way over on Bradley's head side, whether Tim's father, Richard, is the pilot on board this cruise ship that's coming out. The same pilot that stopped a couple of months back for the 18s to go through.
Yeah, we do remember that. That was terrific.
Never seen anything like that in my life.
So we've been racing about an hour and 10 minutes or so, and it's the third of 4 laps. Will they complete the 4 laps? Who knows? We're halfway up the third beat.
Oh, I suspect that Hugh might finish us at the bottom there on this lap, mate. We'll see what happens.
So Keegan York out in the middle is not covering off on Yandu. He's letting him go.
Yeah, he's choosing to back himself and try and sail the shifts here.
Yandu is in second spot. That's him on the left of screen. Just above Eli Leafting in Shore and Partners New Zealand. This is second and third here. Unless someone has a blinder out of the left, but I don't think they will at the moment. And that acceleration around Point Piper is happening for these two. Keegan York did a massive split here. He's gone hard into the middle and out into the left. Interesting tactics.
I don't think that's in Paul Elstrom's book.
No. Okay. So Yandu won't be too worried about Shore and Partners New Zealand. It's all about Keegan York and Shore and Partners Australia. There is just tack to come back. Yandu off camera tacking in under Point Piper.
It's going to be all about angle here.
And both of them are pointing at each other at the moment, just about.
Jousting sticks out.
You beat me to it, Jimmy.
I think this is going to favour Yandu. Oh.
When they get some pressure, it's going to favour Yandu, I think.
See Yandu. Herman standing up. And they're Shaw and Partners.
Yeah, they haven't gone bow up yet.
No. Well, they're just... Yandu's pointing at Shaw and Partners, or vice versa. It's got light again.
Look at the angle differential.
It's quite incredible. Someone needs to get bow up, you'd think. No, I think Shaw and Partners Australia still leads.
He's bow up now, but is it going to stay that way? There is some nice little puffs coming out of the right-hand side here, which really at some stage should get down towards these starboard tack boats.
Now, coming out of the left there, we've got Shaw and Partners Australia, then I think it's GC Sails. Yep.
Must be Smeg.
Sixth.
Oh, it's sixth.
And Lazarus. He was almost third last up at that the gate. Is that sixth or is it Smeg?
Yeah,
no,
sixth. It is sixth.
Sixth.
Yeah, Smeg's back over here just under the zoo. Shippo from our location.
There you go.
Let's see. Well, this is close here. Shaw and Partners will cross, but not by much.
You know, for most of the fleet, it was almost like a restart down there at the gate. So,
and Kitchen Maker has got himself right into the game. He's about fifth or sixth.
Oh, look at this on screen, right a screen there. There's Shaw and Partners and Yandu. They're nearly shaking hands. So what a change!
And barrelling out of the left is that GC Sails.
It is, mate. Yeah. And out there also is Lazarus, and as we said, six coming right into play.
Well, if it wasn't so serious, you'd be laughing at all of this as Yandu tacks to try and get out of there. But GC Sails is now
He's going to cross them.
He's going to cross.
Easily.
Oh, dear. It's good to be a spectator, not to be a sailor. And Yandu's almost going to get crossed here by the Kitchen Maker. He just crossed... See there's GC Sails.
He's on nice left-hand pressure, and now Shaw and Partners have picked that up.
There's Kitchen Mate. Look at Yandu.
And Yandu's missed it.
Big time. Look at sixth. They've got themselves to third, I think.
And Lazarus are up there too.
Kitchen Make attacked. Out of the right comes Rag and Famish. This is topsy-turvy at its best.
By the minute, it's just changing massively.
Look at sixth, though, the boat that's really rolling. They are flying along. You said they were good in light weather, Dol.
I did. And I was surprised how far back they were. But
taking them a while.
In the restart at the gate, they've absolutely nailed the restart.
And look at Lazarus. Lazarus, what tack are they on?
Yeah, he's on port
tack.
And
in a nor'easter. He's in a nor'easter.
He'll lead.
Well, if they go back... He could set the spinnaker, he's so high.
Well, I have had confirmation that they are shortening at the bottom marks, at the bottom gates, this time down.
So this is the final beat. So the competitors wouldn't know that till they get down there. We're not going to tell anyone, unless they're listening. But look at Lazarus.
He's still high, but he's very soft now.
Yeah. There's Lazarus to the left. So Shaw and Partners, big roll tack.
What sort of attack is that?
Ked got himself caught there.
Dear, oh dear.
And they got a nice little bit of breeze coming down here.
Oh.
That wasn't his best tack.
I'm sure there were some words on board then.
Did we just get abused then? We're right.
Well, there's nowhere for me to go. I'm literally
the Kitchen Maker.
Less than a metre of water where we were there.
They yelled out to us, "Your kumquat." Oh dear, that is embarrassing. Anyway, the Kitchen Maker.
Well, it's all Keegan's fault. He had a bad tack. I had nowhere to go.
Boxed in.
The top three now are GC Sales, Shaw and Partners, and probably the Kitchen Maker and Lazarus in 6th. Yandu it back to 8th. Interesting. 6th to 8th. So I think Shaw and Partners leads now. That Lazarus on that monster lift have fallen off it. It's gone back into the right, the breeze. And we're about 200 or 300 metres from the windward mark. Who's moving the quickest here? GC Sales, perhaps? No. So Balmain behind us are crossing ahead of Yandu.
Shaw and Partners about to pick up a nice little bit of breeze here, I think.
I still think you've got to get right here to this point.
I agree, Shippers. The breeze is on this side, isn't it?
Yeah. It's easier said than done. Okay,
and
Keegan.
there they go. They're both tacking.
Keegan's listening to us. He's tacked. GC Sales. Okay, got to come into the right on Point Piper, I think, looking at it.
Line yourself up with Malcolm's house, Shippo, and then put in a tack. Yep, Keegan's done well here, but GC Sales would still be narrowly leading, I think. But
Keegan can't go too much further, really, inside the moorings here.
He's got one more mooring he's got to tack before.
A little bit of a wash to push him along, but he's tacking now. So Kitchen Maker.
And that's a better tack.
Yeah, that's better. Kegs, you're learning. So the Kitchen Maker coming across on port will be just take a little dip, perhaps, maybe not. But he's going to try and get right in on the point. Lockie Steele here. Kitchen Maker, Lockie Steele, yep. He's going to keep going here.
GC Sales had to dip.
They want to get right also. You can see that is the way to go. Keegan couldn't get any further right. It was inside the moorings. Okay, so what do we got here? Kitchen Maker tack. GC Sales tacks underneath them. But at the moment, we may have a new leader.
Yeah, Kitchen Maker.
Kitchen Maker leads. I think they still want to go further right, actually.
Well, Keegan will be able to. He'll be able to get in on that line.
Okay, he takes a dip. He takes a dip.
That GC Sales took last time. Get out to this right-hand side and try and find some pressure. There he is. They haven't got much at the moment, though.
No.
Only Max on wire. And then over near the island is Lazarus and 6. They're coming back into the equation now. Lazarus is going to be close to crossing them all.
He is. I think Lazarus. Yandu. He's just struggling for pressure. He's out of the top 10, we're thinking.
New leader.
Lazarus.
He was shortly.
With 6 in second.
Well, we're chuckling because it's amazing what's happening in this race. And they are Lazarus up and going here. They're going to turn this and run for home. The skippers won't know this yet. We'll be finishing on this downwind. But it's a long, slow run downwind to the finish.
Well, Tom Koenig led early and then dropped right back into the pack, and then he's fought his way back to the front again.
Where's Shaw and Partners Australia?
He's over here,
right
down
back.
below us. He did about 5 tacks on the spot.
And where Yandu's going into Point Piper. Anyway, concentrate on these two leaders. Port rounding, run to the finish.
What a remarkable race.
We thought it would throw up some interesting scenarios, and it certainly has. Lazarus with Mark Chapon and Tim Westwood will lead. And unknown to them, they'll take them home to the finish. Huge cruise ship coming down from Circular Quay.
Well, they need a little bit of a puff. They've taken a pretty skinny ley line here, but they will get there.
There's a bit of breeze in Rose Bay. We're in Rose Bay near Shark Island. Lazarus around. Cruise ship coming down. It's all happening. And then 6, there's the cruise ship. See it in the background. Lazarus Bearaway set.
They took that cruise ship to the north of Fort Denison, where normally outbound they take it to the south of Fort Denison. So I think they've had a bit of a chat possibly between them and decided to try and keep it on that side, which is good.
Okay, well, Lazarus is around with pressure. Six is around. Jacob Marks, Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle. They are second. And then
can Shaw and Partners get a tack in here? I don't think they can.
Keegan's having a look at it. He's going to get in under GC Sail. So Lockie Steele takes Kitchen Maker around in third spot. He led about 100 metres ago. And look who's up here, Vycobi. They were further back than fullback, and they're going to be about sixth. Okay, GC Sail's around. Oh, Shaw and Partners round. Or
they're not round yet.
No, they're trying to get round. It's got no wind. GC Sails took their pressure. Okay, the spinnings are set within a boat length of the mark. Well, where is Yandu? That's the question. They're coming in.
Two behind Shaw and Partners.
Two behind, well.
Depends with Balmain.
Yeah, Balmain coming in from the left here.
So we're off and they're heading down towards... That's quite heading pressure, isn't it? They've got the breezes in the left.
Balmain will get in there because Vycobi aren't laying, and both them and Yandu had to double tack.
Let's push Yandu right back. So it's Lazarus, sixth. Kitchen Maker, GC Sails, Shaw and Partner Australia, Balmain, then Vycobi, then Yandu, then Rag and Famish. That's the leading group. But boy, they're off in heading pressure. Well, I'd say pressure. It's stronger than they had last time.
Boy, if Shaw and Partners had managed to lead this little pack, they'd be back in the hunt for this championship.
Yeah, but at the moment, it's advantage Yandu on the point score. The team at sixth, they have come from absolutely nowhere to challenge for the lead as they're going down the final run of the eighth and penultimate heat of the championship.
But as we've seen, that's a long way down this run, and anything can happen.
There's the leaderboard. Yandu are in sixth spot. That's good enough with Shaw and Partners deep as well, or deep from where they normally are in the top 1, 2 or 3. This massive cruise ship just going around Bradley's Head will not affect the fleet. Now there's sixth running into Point Piper. Off screen is Shaw and Lazarus getting heading pressure all the way. There they are. There's Tom Koenig now.
He's really stretching his legs now. He's got a deep angle out of the right, and he's in a bit of breeze.
The breeze is quite in the left. The most left we've seen it. There's a big advantage to Lazarus.
He's streaking away now.
Yes, he is. You see six bow up behind him.
So with that pressure filling in from this side, we could see some changes behind us as well. Because the Kitchen Maker and GC Sails are going to pick that up well before Shaw and Partners will. And then they'll go bow down and just roll away from him.
It'll all depend on where Shaw and Partners Australia can get himself up to and where Yandu will finish to decide probably today the championship with one race left tomorrow. It could be a parade of sail tomorrow if it stays the way pretty much it is at the moment. But let's play full marks to this crew on Lazarus. They're now about halfway from home down this run. This will be the finish.
So that's Tom Koenig with Mark Chapon and Timmy Westwood.
Well, there's Yandu, Vycobi and Rag and Famish. Bow up behind them.
Vycobi, another one who came from the depths of despair to get back into this race. Pat, if you're still watching or listening on the support boat, the curse is lifted. He messaged
I think he's
me,
out on the JBW today. I saw him before the race.
He messaged me before and said the curse continues.
No, he'll be pretty happy. Having a little Chardonnay there, I'm sure. But there's what's this Lazarus going to do? There's crew is sitting, 2 in, 1 sort of in and out on the wing.
Pressure again now.
Someone's jumped across the bow of... Is that 6th or is that Balmain, that orange chute? Oh no, 6 is down to leeward. Yeah, they're still second.
Balmain is the one back. 6 out to leeward of Lazarus.
And then it's Kitchen Maker, I think.
Kitchen Maker will be next, yeah.
And then...
GC Sales.
Then Shaw and Partners. Okay, well...
Leaderboard on screen.
There's the leaderboard. Lazarus Capital Partners, 6th. Kitchen Maker, GC Sales, Balmain, Yandu, Vycobi, Shaw and Partners New Zealand.
Now, Shaw and Partners aren't showing. We found that on the last beat. Yeah. Their transponder has obviously dropped out. But we know they are there in the mix. I think they are the next boat behind GC Sales. So currently in 5th.
Well, someone's got themselves on top of... Kitchen Maker's rolling up over the top of 6th.
Oh, there's a bit of separation there, and 6 are ahead of them.
Yeah, nicely to do it. They're not laying the finish.
Yeah, they will have a jibe to get in there still. And that angle is going to be they'll be running parallel with the finish line, I think.
Yeah, just keep extending here for the moment.
There they are, 1st and 2nd. Lazarus and 6th.
So 6th is 2nd. It's the best performance of the regatta so far.
But very close between them and the Kitchen Maker now. There's the 2 of them on your right screen. Kitchen Maker starting to make some ground across them.
Soaking and trying to roll. But they're well above the finish.
The trick will be when they jibe, but because 6 are on the inside and Kitchen Maker can't jibe unless they get clear ahead of them.
So if you're just wondering what's happening, it's the penultimate heat, Heat 8, and Lazarus leading them home. This will be the finish.
And Lazarus now running a far deeper angle than the chasing pack.
Yeah, well, he's come down in 1, basically, almost. He's only going to have a short little hitch in.
Look at that angle difference, Shippo.
Extraordinary. He's just opened up a big lead. GC Sales has jibed going back at right angles to... Lazarus has done a terrific job down here. Just having a look under the boom now. It'll be... Okay, Hooters are going to know that, indicating that this is a shortened course and this is the finish. So Lazarus, all but certain to take another win. They won Heat 5 in fresh conditions. They got 2nd in Heat 6. Unfortunately, they had that disqualification in Heat 2 and then the disastrous capsize in Heat 7 when they do a penalty turn right at the finishing line. Other than that, they've had an exemplary regatta, and they're going to have an even better one today. They're going to win this Heat 8. Tom Kudik, Mark Chapon and Tim Westwood.
They led early, dropped right back, and then came back in and take the win.
I don't think they realise this is the finish. They're dropping the spinning aggressively.
Yeah, as though they're rounding the mark. They will get a hooter for the finish. There it is.
Yeah, they don't know. They didn't know. They're looking back. Tom's wondering what's going on. You've won. You've won. Don't worry about it. Lazarus wins. Terrific performance on a very tricky day. That was a wonderful, wonderful last run.
Massive round.
This is going to be a big win on time, and we've got the trailing pack now, and it looks like Jacob Marks, the 6th, is going to be second. That's his best performance of the regatta. So 6th, just ahead here of the Kitchen Maker. Kitchen Maker will be 3rd. Now, and then barreling in from down to leeward will be
GC Sales, Yandu, and
Balmain.
Okay, 6th jibing to lay into the finish, so 6th will be second.
Behind us is Keegan York Insurance Partners.
Well, I think that will be their dash. Okay, 6th is second. Kitchen Maker 3rd. We'll do the points for you, but I think it's pretty obvious now what's going to happen with the championship. Who'll be next? Is it GC Sales or Shaw and Partners Australia? I think GC Sales will get it. So that consolidates their 3rd place on the point score. Or will it? Doesn't really more.
Or GC just, I think.
Sure, I think perhaps then Balmain, best performance, and then Yandu 7th. Okay, Yandu 7th. Well, that was a struggle all day for the fleet. But Yandu had their moments. They were 1st or 2nd, then dropped down, but finished 7th. And I just think that is going to be enough to give them the title.
It is enough, Shippo.
It is enough. You've done the mathematics, Dole. Thank you. I'm just getting the placings as they come across the line. So that will give Yandu a 7th, so they'll count that 7, but we'll go to 15 in total. Is that right? They can't be worse than that. Oh, no, they can be 22. 22 would be the worst they could get. Shaw and Partners, well, we'll give them 5th today. 24.
That takes them to 24, so it's 24 v 22 at worst.
Yeah.
If they drop tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're provisionally saying that the title has gone to Yandu on the trickiest of days, and we saw what it unfolded out here on Sydney Harbour. Yandu had to fight hard, and they did, to finish in 7th spot. Still, where's the 8th boat? They're a long way back. Where did Rag and Famish end up in all of that? They're still coming in. Who's that above them? The New Zealand Shaw and Partners. Are they the next lot, Jimmy? I think they are they?
They are the next lot, and then be close between Vycobi and Club Marine following that.
Righto. So the worst Yandu can be, by my calculations, is 22. Is that right, Dole?
If they didn't sail tomorrow, they could drop tomorrow. They finish on 22. And currently Keegan, with a drop, is on 24.
Now, the best he could be is 25. Is that right, if he wins tomorrow?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, done and dusted for the championship, but we'll be back tomorrow when, well, if we see another race like we've seen today, it'll be worth the money. But
worth your admission, cost of admission.
And it's a big gap now, but what this means is it'll be very interesting for placings. Really, I think GC Sales' performance today will really
that should
push
just
them
about
into 3rd, I think.
Well, they're in 3rd, and it should cement their position in 3rd, I think.
They'll go to 38. 38. Yeah, look, we won't try and complicate things, but we think, well, GC Sales will stay in 3rd provisionally on the point score as we're watching the top New Zealand boat, Shaw and Partners New Zealand, come in. But that last run for Lazarus, he almost came down in 1.
Yes.
It was just got the header and just kept going and going and going. So Shaw and Partners New Zealand, 8. Rag and Famish, well, halfway up the beat, he looked as though he was going to lead. Oh, dear.
We've got another contender, Shippo.
Okay, so
there's Shaw and Partners New Zealand
8th,
across.
9th, the Rag. And then coming in 10th is Vycobi. Well, I'd say be happy with that because he was about 110th at one stage.
Yeah, no, that's a great recovery from from them, that's for sure.
Okay.
The recovery of the day was 6, though. That was remarkable.
Pep talk at the bottom marks the last time,
I was
Dol.
talking him up, right?
So, gee, there are a few blokes that went up and down. One
And
of
then
which was
looking
Smeg.
back, look where Smeg is.
Smeg
They
is
were
okay.
right up there at one point.
Vykobi, he's another one, as you said. Did well to get back in it. And who's this Fisher Paykel after him?
Yeah, Fisher Paykel, Brett Van Munster.
Fisher Pye's next. Then Club Marine.
And Black Knight.
Black Knight on the
Black
left
Knight,
there.
oh.
Well, that's pretty. He was dead set back of the fleet.
Went from first to
I
last.
think he was second last.
Geez, it'd be good to be with Baz Atkins tonight.
Oh, it's going to be quite
over
a chat.
dinner. Over dinner.
Quite the chat.
I haven't seen him. I'm guessing he's blowing up that rib.
So Fisher Paykel's across in 11th. Well done, Brett. And then we've got Heinrich von Bayern and the Martin boys. They'll be 12th. So will that be enough to hang into... Where were they on the points? They were about fourth, I think.
Yeah, that's not
that'll
good
hurt.
for them.
That'll hurt. They've already had a 12th.
Yeah, their current discard's 12, is it?
Yes, it
And what
is.
are they about to finish, mate?
They were 12th also.
Again?
Now.
Okay.
Well, it's disappointing.
Well, like I said, there was 8 points between that top.
Yeah.
So carrying a 12 now is not going to help their cause at all.
So Emma Ranker, Club Marine, 13th. And coming in...
Best race of their series is the Berlin Bears coming in next.
Berlin Bears. Philip Nocky, Marcel Mertz and Max Seidel.
There's quite a pack coming in here now.
Yeah. So Berlin Bears have got one jibing in.
Yeah, and they need to nail this jibe or they're going to get swallowed up and spat out.
Yes.
I'd have a jibe now if I was in.
Anytime, fellas.
Paralleling the line here.
Anytime you're ready.
Paralleling the
Please.
line. Oh, dear. I've written him down as a 14th. It mightn't happen.
Do you want the eraser, Sinead?
He might want to pole it back in a moment. Here we go.
Okay.
He's going.
Yeah, I think you'll get it done. And capsize. That's the other. Oh, then here's Bar Karate barreling in. So he'll be 15th, Bar Karate. You'll see him.
That'll be one of their better results for the regatta.
White Spinnaker. Bar Karate. Oh, he's
Although they're not there
Berlin
yet. Here we
Bears
go.
across. Bar Karate jibing. Oh, there's a bit of go on here with Smeg. There's a boat. Bar Karate, there's Smeg jibing on the mark.
They're across, fortunately, the Bar Karate.
And to lure to them is who's that?
Smeg above
and then
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot 17.
In ASCC.
ASCC 18. Oh, they've had another great day. And then, boats everywhere. Who's going to get next? Andu, or is it going to be, Andu in the Brisbane 18s. Andu 19th.
Yep.
Brisbane 18s 20. And then Ballard Properties. Emma, 21st.
Beck.
I'm sorry, Beck.
Wrong female skipper.
Beck.
And I'll tell you what, that spinnaker on the Bar Karate, after this regatta, they might want to give that to their sponsor, either Brett Perry or Jordan Spencer, and that'll make a beautiful barbecue cover, I reckon, that spinnaker.
Because next across is the Royal Oak. Gee, it's a close finish in time-wise, wasn't it? Really, it's just the last few are just coming across now. We've got Hugo in the Royal Oak. Next will be...
Killer Coffee Company.
Killer Coffee. Jordan Gertis. Okay.
Yeah, through on the wire.
He's coming in.
Wigged up.
He's coming in super hot.
Do the ride of the day.
Finish in style.
Yeah, I reckon that'll be top speed of the fleet for the day on the Vicaris.
And we've got still 3 more to come.
Don't use that anymore, mate. It'll be on the tracker info.
Well, it does, but they do still have them on board
24,
a lot of boats.
25.
But yes, they can crunch the data when they get home.
Did we see the 18-footer bar and restaurant? Are they? Oh, right here. So...
Karana Readery could pop their
18-footers.
battens and help.
Yep. Here's a big intersection. There's the 18-footer. Come on, Luke. Oh, that big roar for the Akarana are going to get down to Leeward on them.
Yeah, both of them with their battens inside out.
18-footer.
18-footers.
Are they going to get it?
Akarana.
Yeah, I think they...
late charge.
So they'll reverse those. 18-footer 24, Akarana 25. Gotcha. The last one home. So, well, that's a race that had a bit of everything.
I'll tell you what, for a race, how long have we been racing, Jimmy? An hour and a half or so? Something like that?
Longer, hasn't it?
Longer?
Yeah, probably an hour and a half, yeah.
So from first to last, I reckon that's the closest race we've had all season. And it's one of the longest races, but the shortest differential. Extraordinary
I'm
race.
confused.
I'm exhausted just looking at it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Well, let's sum it up.
Well, to sum it up, what a race for one. And, we saw that sort of restart at half-time. It's like they went back to the rooms.
bit like last night after Alex Johnson.
Yeah, set the record for number of tries.
Yep.
So they all went back to the rooms, had a couple of oranges, and restarted, and then it was a whole new race, and we saw almost the order get flipped on its head. Unfortunately, Keegan York in Shaw and Partners couldn't hang on to the lead, which would have made the difference if he'd stayed out in front. He had enough boats between themselves and Yandu to keep it alive for tomorrow, but that's not the case. And congratulations to Herman. Well, provisionally, of course, Herman winning in the Yandu team. We don't know. There may be some protests come out of today, or anything's possible. But right now, Herman winning and Louis break. If this result stands, they claim the title today, and I'm sure they will come out here and sail tomorrow and do their best and collect the ribbon at the end of the day. But they've sailed a fantastic week of sailing. They've been, fast and consistent. Did everything they needed to do. Got a little bit shaky and on edge there today a couple of times, but at the end of the day it turned out in their favour. Looks like those second and third places will probably hold, but we'll crunch the numbers a bit later. We'll have results out shortly. And like I said, the big change is going to be in that 4th to 10th position where the points were so close, and we saw some real big changes in results. So you haven't done numbers there, have you, Shippo?
No. I didn't want to get it too complicated or to surprise too many people, but we'll leave that to the mathematical geniuses. But to Yandu, I think really it's been their regatta. They've been very dominant. They had to do what they had to do today and just hang in there, and that's what they did. So I hope, and I'm sure they'll be out tomorrow to, as Dolly said, to accept the championship ribbon. But a terrific race, given the very difficult conditions today, and full marks to the Lazarus team. They were held their nerve. They were back a little, and they got up, and then they got back, and then they got back up again. But to Mark Chapon and Tim Westwood with Tom Koenig, an outstanding victory. Their second of the series. 6th, Jacob Marks, terrific. Came from basically last to second, and that certainly was their best performance of the week, and they'll be delighted with that. And then the kitchen maker, Lockie Steele, George Morton and Jerome Watts. Another to be back early, but work their way through in these very, very tough conditions. But today, really, the championship goes, say provisionally, unless something untoward happens tonight. I think it's theirs for the 3rd year in a row with that boat with 3 different skippers. So we'll talk a lot more about that tomorrow. But on a day that was tricky, to say the best, or to say the least, really. Tomorrow we've got, a better nor'easter, I think, Dol. That's the early forecast.
It does look like a fantastic day for skiff racing, Shippo. So if you're in Sydney, either I think we've got 2 ferries tomorrow too. So, either get yourself down to the club, get yourself out on your own boat, otherwise relax at home and listen to us blokes dribble.
Well, thank you to everyone, Sail Media team. Jono Whitty standing in for Piers today. Well done, Jono. Always good to have you on board, and to Sam and Dylan and Chits and Jimmy. Great effort. So until tomorrow, in about 22 hours' time, we'll be back here doing it all again. Peter Shipway saying a very good afternoon from the Sail Media team from Sydney Harbour.
Good afternoon.